Hey, welcome to the Explainer. Today we're going to tackle something that can be a little stressful, travel. But don't worry, we're going to turn that anxiety into pure confidence by showing you exactly what to say to get the info you need. So picture this. You're standing in a massive, busy train station. Ever felt that little bit of panic? Just staring at the departure board, not quite sure what to do next? Yeah, we've all been there. But stick with me, and I promise, by the end of this, you'll have the exact phrases you need to navigate any station like a total pro. All right, let's dive right in. And to make this fun, let's frame it as a mission. Your goal? It's simple. Get from point A to point B smoothly and confidently, because you'll know exactly what to ask, and, just as important, you'll understand the answers you get back. Okay, so any good mission needs the right gear, right? Before we start building full sentences, we need the basic words. So let's go ahead and assemble your essential travel vocabulary. Think of it as your word kit for this whole adventure. Now, check these out. These 7 simple words, they are the absolute foundation of almost every travel conversation you're going to have. Leave and arrive. That's all about your timing. And here's a key difference to lock in. Platform is for trains, while gate is for planes. Super important. And of course, your ticket. That's your golden key to getting on board. All right, choosing the right ticket. This is probably your first big decision at the counter. Are you just going one way? Then you need a single. Are you coming back? Then you'll ask for a return. And hey, here's a little pro tip for you. In places like the UK, you'll sound like a total local if you just say, a single to London, please. Dropping the word ticket is super common. Honestly, getting this right from the start can save you time and maybe even a little cash. So now that we've got our vocabulary kit ready to go, let's move on to the strategy. It's time to take those words and assemble them into powerful, really effective questions. This right here is how you take control of the conversation and get all the information you need, no stress. Seriously, think of these question starters as your secret codes to unlock all the info you need. What time? That's for your schedule. How much? That's for the price. Which platform? That tells you exactly where you need to be. These phrases are so great because they're direct, they're polite, and they are understood literally everywhere you go. Okay, so you've asked your question. Now let's flip it and look at the other side of the conversation, what you're going to hear back. And notice the simple pattern here? It's brilliant. The answers directly mirror the questions you just asked. You ask, what time does it leave? And you'll hear back, it leaves at. This makes it so much easier to listen for and just catch that key piece of information. Okay, you've got the tools, you've got the strategy. Now it's time for the fun part. Let's see this mission in action. We're going to walk through a real-world conversation you might have at a ticket counter and see how all these little pieces just click together perfectly. Right, here we go. This is a super common way to start a conversation at a ticket counter. But before I give you the answers, take a look. Can you figure out which words from our toolkit fit into those blanks? Just think about what you'd ask first. Yes, you've got it. Exactly. You ask how much for the price, and then you specify single, because in this case, you're just going one way. See? Simple and crystal clear. From there, you could easily ask about the departure and arrival times using the other phrases we've learned. Okay, so let's just recap. You've seen the vocabulary, you've learned the question structures, and you've seen it all play out in a real conversation. Honestly, you've got this. But just to make sure, let's do a final check with a couple of quick challenges. This is all about building up that confidence. All right, first challenge. Let's say you walk up and ask, which platform is the train to London? Simple enough, right? Now let's take a look at some of the possible answers you might get back. Okay, have a look at these responses on the screen. Which one of these directly answers the question about the, and this is the key word, platform for the train to London? If you picked it's on platform 6, you are absolutely right. Nailed it. The question was, which platform? So this is the only answer that actually gives you a platform number. See how the others are about cost or gates for planes or times? It's all about listening for that key word that matches your question. Simple, right? Okay, one more for you. For each of these situations, would you need to buy a single or a return ticket? So for example, if I am moving to a new city, well, you're not planning on coming back, right? So you'd buy a single. Go ahead, pause for a second if you need to, and think about the others. And just like that, you are totally ready to plan your own journey. I mean it. Use these questions right here to imagine a trip. Where are you going? What time do you need to leave? Will it be a single or a return ticket? Just practicing this in your head is the final step to making it feel completely automatic when you're out there traveling for real. And with that, mission complete. Seriously, the next time you find yourself in a station, you're going to be prepared. You have the tools, you have the strategy, you are ready. So really, the only question left to ask is, where are you going to go next?